Now, there's a story in my book that I'm going to share with you. It's a story about my mother. This is a picture of her when she was young. She was born and raised in Jerusalem. She still lives in Jerusalem. She just turned 90. And and this is a story that she told me my entire life. I don't know when the first time I heard the story, but I have heard it my entire life, and we still talk about it today. And it's an experience that she had as a young mother. She was about 22 in Jerusalem in 1948. Now, when I say Jerusalem, I'm talking about the side of Jerusalem which became Israel, not the old city of Jerusalem. And the Jewish militia, what became the Israeli army, took the Palestinian neighborhoods, forced the Palestinians to leave, and these very beautiful, very distinct homes, if you've been to Jerusalem, you may have seen them, very distinct homes, very distinct neighborhoods, were offered to Israeli families. Now, my mother was, at the time, she was a young mother. She was living in a small apartment with her parents. My father was out in the front fighting for the cause, and she was offered one of these homes, as were many Israeli families. And at age 22, she made the decision not to take it. And her response was, and still is today, and she says it with the same passion, how could I possibly take the home of another mother? How could I possibly take the home of a family that now is forced to live in exile? Now, that's of course a pretty brave thing when you're 22 to refuse a beautiful home, which is basically for free. And of course, we're all very proud of the fact that she made that decision.
This is the story Mr. Peled repeats at all his speeches. His message is that his mother was so wonderful that she refused a free Palestinian home at age 22. The problem is that we are supposed to take his word, and there is no other evidence that this took place. How many beautiful Palestinian homes were there to be distributed among the thousands of foreign European Jews in Palestine? Did she also refuse to live on Palestinian land where she spent the rest of her life? If Mr. Peled has the best interest of the Palestinians, then he must state unequivocally that Palestine is the land of the Palestinians, period.